Yo, it's your boy Devontae Harris, and you're watching Your 2 Cents for the Day. Holla.
Welcome back to Your 2 Cents for today. I am with the one and only, one and truly, Devontae Harris. First of all, I really want to thank you for being on the show because, can you give them a quick summary for those who may not know who you are?
Yes, my name is Devontae Harris. Just turned 26 years old, June 30th, a few days ago. I am the owner of now 2 Harris House of Hero locations.
Okay.
I am a retired NFL football player. I went to Texas A&M University. I have a son. He's 2 years old. He just turned 2 years old, June 23rd. I'm black and I'm proud.
Amen.
And I'm from Dallas, Texas, through and through. So.
Amen. I love it. And we definitely want to show out for the city because there's so much talent and success and art in Dallas, and it's so slept on, and we're cool with it. But we want to let you know that we got that heat up in the city.
We got that heat for sure.
You're beginning to open up a second one. And I just know that we should probably start from the beginning, from when you played football. Right. So for that, I know that you didn't get drafted, but you still got signed.
Right.
And I know a lot of football players
go through that.
Right. What did you do to push through and get signed?
Well, for one, just being honest, so I cried when I didn't hear my name called because, I didn't have no backup plan. I don't have no backup plan. When I was growing up, it was league or bust for me. In all honesty, I wanted to be successful. So it wasn't that I don't want to downplay school or no stuff like that. But at the same time, I knew what I went to school for. In all honesty, and I knew what I was trying to go to school for, and I knew all that to play football to go to the league. So when it didn't happen right then and there, it hurt me. But at the same time, I still had the opportunity to sign. And it kind of probably made my career longer simply for the fact that I went into a scheme, I went into a program that was patient with me, and I had a lot of mistakes early, but at the same time they helped me grow.
Right.
They were Aggies.
That's real.
And they were good people. So and I was brought into a winning culture, so that kind of set the tone on me as an NFL athlete. But I mean it is what it is. It hurt when you don't get your name called, but for me, I didn't have no backup plan, so I couldn't sulk and be like, oh, I'm finna go work at Verizon. I couldn't sulk, well, I'm finna go work at Benny Keith or something like that. Nah, I'm still going to the league. So as soon as I heard my name called, as far as undrafted free agent, I said, boy, that's all I needed was a shot. I just needed a little sliver of hope. So.
Right. So let me piggyback on that. You said you were raised in a winning culture.
Right.
What that mean? That really hit that winning culture. What's that idea?
You always win. The odds are always in your favor if you believe they're in your favor. Whether you believe in God, whether you don't, I believe, somebody up there is pulling the strings, you know what I'm saying? So, what religion did that take you to, or whatever that take you to, that's on you. That's between you and your high power. But I feel that if you always think you're going to win, you're going to win. You're going to win more than you lose anyway. That's what I'm going to say. You're going to win more than you lose anyway. Because I don't think about failure. I don't fuck with the skill. I can't go.
No, you good. You good. Do what you got to do.
I don't fuck with the what ifs. Or what if this happened? Nah, fuck that. Look, I'm finna do this, and then whatever else happens after that, I'm going to deal with it. Because it's in my favor. That's how I always think. So.
Right. Right. Okay. So, do you miss the fields?
No, not at all.
Really?
Hell no.
Because how long have you been playing? How long did you play football?
I'm 26 and I've been playing football 21 years.
And you don't miss the field?
No, absolutely not. Because I just did what I had to do at that point. I loved football but to a certain point, but then when it became a business, I became a business. So I didn't love it no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't love And I don't want nobody to ever tell me what to do. Like, people who gonna tell me what to do is the governor and the state, because I can't be a part of them. You know what I'm saying? I can't go over them right now. But we still going. We still working to get somewhere above them. But at the same time, like, they're the only people that can tell me what to do. I gotta pay my taxes. I gotta do everything else. But other than that, can't no another man or woman tell me what to do. You know, and they kind of strip you of your pride sometimes. My pride's too high to be stripped of. I'm not going like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that. I ain't gonna lie, it was more so of a fuck you to the league when I left, in my opinion, because I feel like, man, I can do this. I can be just like y'all, which I'm just like them.
Right.
I'm the owner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm be just like y'all. Yeah, y'all, the money count different as far as y'all working with billions, but at the same time, I'm a young black man that believe in organization and believe in when you organize a group of people, especially a group of black people to come together, sky's the limit.
And that's the truth, y'all. No, that's crazy, because that's all we need to do is once we're all successful. We all got a lot going on.
Right.
Not all of us, are out loud about it, but a lot of people got a lot of things moving behind the scenes. And if we all just decided to have a lot more conversations with each other about it, I think we were raised, systematically to divide that, to be jealous, to say there's not enough room at the table, but we all can eat.
Yeah.
There's only a certain amount of people who don't want everybody to eat. But that doesn't mean we can't all eat.
Exactly.
We all can eat. And that's, as soon as we realize that and realize that we eat more when there's more people at the table to put more on the table, like, we'll take off.
We'll be golden.
We'll take off for sure. Okay. So what would you tell the thousands of football players going for the NFL? There's a lot of, especially in college, like, people want that. This is what a lot of people spend their entire college career working for the NFL. And I think it's become a systematic where it's like that's the goal for thousands of talented athletes.
I would tell them that if they plan the last 8-9 years, don't lose the youth part of the game. I could say that. Because once you start thinking of it as a business, like, that grown man gonna kick in, and then that common sense gonna kick in. And I'm not saying that the guys, that don't got no come. It's more so just don't lose that fun of it, because when you lose that fun, it's hard to get back. You know what I'm saying? So if you chasing it, if you gonna think about the money, which in the third person sense, I thought about the money at all times, but I always wanted to play ball. I wanted to be free. So just chase that wanting to be free, and then as soon as you get there, that's gonna kind of, because NFL stands for not for long. So you're not gonna be there. Like, that's not no career. Don't get it twisted. Like, that's a job. Like, that's not no career. Career is what you do for 40, 50 years. You're not doing that for 40, 50 years. So just chase your financial freedom. So if it's the league, once it gets to the league and you start going through your problems, you're going to see your financial freedom being a restaurant, or you're going to see your financial freedom being a gym, or you're going to see your financial freedom being a realtor, or whatever you want. But just don't chase that freedom. Don't lose that sight of that freedom, that fun, and just chasing what you are really all about. Don't get it twisted, because the league is not what it look like on TV. So, and you're gonna see that when you get there.
That's important, because people, especially when you're talking about that feeling, because that's when a lot of people do feel the most alive, is when they're being the greatest at what they can do.
Yeah,
but you can be great at doing a lot of things.
And you can still be the puppet while you're great doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying everybody is puppets that's doing that, but I am saying that I'm not no puppet. And I am saying that I'm gonna put my foot down to be like, nah, motherfucker, you can't talk to me like that. Nah, fam, I'm worth this amount of money now, fam. I'm not your free agent. I'm not your 8th round draft pick. I'm not none of that shit. So.
Right. You are who you say you are. That's the only thing you can be.
Exactly.
Everything else is hearsay, she said. No, I feel that. Okay, so in one of your interviews, I remember you were saying that just you would let, like, your son play football while he's young, just for the life lessons.
Right.
Just for what you that you couldn't learn in school, that you learned on the field. Can you give me, like, something that you learned that you didn't feel like nothing else would have taught you, like, at that time, while you were in school and while you were, with your family and everything? I
learned organization, and I learned my spot on the food chain, because it's a food chain in this world. You know what I'm saying? And you are where you are. And you there because either you inherited to be there, or you chose to be there by your lackluster ability to grind and hustle. So I knew I was always a small player, so by the eye, I'm always bottom of the food chain. But when I start playing, and once you actually see the charisma, once you actually see now I'm not gonna say arrogance, but just the confidence that my family put within me, you know what I'm saying? Once you see that show on the field, now I'm at the top of the food chain. And organization, because can't shit be done without organization. It don't matter what you do. Shit can't be done without organization and delegation of power. You know what I'm saying? So if you the top corner in your group, then it's your job when y'all getting y'all ass beat and getting tortured. Odell Beckham hitting you across the head. Hey man, let's go. Let's go.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that. Being that leader is leadership, delegation of power, organization, and I can say just your spot on the food chain, because that's real.
Right, right. No, I think that's what I was talking about. You know, our earlier conversation when I was saying like the signs that led me to envisioning this interview is that how family oriented you are, because that's so important to me. And I wouldn't, when no one else is there, my family's there, and they're in deep. Like they're in deep. We got the elderly, we got the babies. Like what you need, we got them. Like they're there. And it was a lot of times that I felt by myself, and then everyone in my, you know, my blood would show up, and they would show out, and it was like I'm good. I've always been good, because they know that no one knows what home is like for real. You know,
right, for sure.
Nobody know what home is really like, and the people like my cousins, they know from the get-go, like the growth. They know what we really went through. They know what the skeletons in the closets are. So it's like,
and for me too, just you speaking on that, like for me it is like if you in that hustle mindset, sometimes you lose sight of that. Sometimes you lose sight that it's certain people in your corner that just want to see you great. You know what I'm saying? They want to see you succeed. They gonna always have your back. And I mean, it's hard for a young entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, out here as far as stress-wise, because you putting food on everybody's plate. And I would just say, you know, advice, man, just don't, you gonna lose sight of it sometimes. You human, you know what I'm saying? And you gonna be hustling, you gonna be grinding, and you ain't gonna always think about the lights that your mama had to not pay, cut off, come and then cut back on when the people was gone. You know what I'm saying? You know, like just the tours that they took you on as far as taking you around the world to be seen as a football player, but you know, our gas and our hot water off. Like, so just don't lose sight of that. And I'm glad that you spoke on that, because you know, I be having personal issues with that sometimes.
Right.
Just on some real,
because it's that tunnel vision.
It's that tunnel vision.
You knew that's what you needed to get what you want, and you realize sometimes
that
you gotta smell the roses.
You gotta smell the roses, and you gotta, you know, just enjoy life. So,
yeah, because you never know these days, especially for a lot of us. Like, you never know.
For real.
Especially, and you know, that's why we gotta go. Because especially for me, and you know, for black men, there's a bigger target on y'all's back than there is a lot of people. A lot of people, where people will hold out their hand, they'd rather shoot you in the chest instead. You know. Because
they love the fact you're on their TVs and they behind their cameras, but as soon as you get in their neighborhoods or you get money right next to them,
when you enter those meetings, they like, whoa. They get real aggressive when you enter their meetings. They love it when you're on the TV in the meetings, but when you pop up in the meeting and sit at the head of the table,
that's a problem for them.
The table all says shook.
That's a problem for them, but that's how it's gonna have to be.
There's no other way.
Ain't no other way.
People don't gotta respect it; they just gotta accept it. These days, for real.
Have to be, man. So you know, I ain't even gonna get into that, because then you got me on some whole other shit. Let me shut up.
Way too much. All right. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna save that for later. All right. So let's see. What's another one? Oh, so what are your priorities?
My priorities?
What do you prioritize?
And being honest, at this point in my life, is my family right now. My family, like, it's always gonna be. My faith. I'm going through a whole different journey with me and my own God. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have our God that we serve. We all, whether your God be your God or your time. So I ain't gonna really speak on that. But my family, my business, and my respect.
That's everything. I feel that. Okay, so what are daily habits you got to do every day without two of them without going. You can't go to sleep without doing them. Two habits.
Having a conversation with the person who's up there.
Right.
I can't go to sleep without that, and I can't go to sleep without kissing my son.
Really? So do you travel? Like, do you be on go, or is it because your work is here, right? A lot of your business is here.
And that's a big reason why I stepped away from the game of football, because I would only see my son 4 to 6 months out of the year. If we was good, if we suck, I see him 6 months. But if we made the playoffs, 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just really just being there and making sure he see me every night before he go to sleep.
Right.
Cause I want to create that, like, I'm your father, but like, you know what I'm saying? Me and his mom,
guidance
we raise him differently, but I'm your father. So you know what I'm saying? So
there's a lot of respect to that, and I think that's a lot of why we prioritize ownership. It's because your time is yours.
Yeah,
like you can dedicate it to what you prioritize. When we work 9 to 5s, and you know, there's never no, hey, I work a 9 to 5 and I love my job. But when we work that, our time is not ours.
It's not ours. And you can't create. You can't, like, I mean, you're going to be there daydreaming.
Say that again. Wait. Can you rewind that?
You can't create. You can't create, man, because you on other people's time. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a boss. Like I'm a boss to where if you work more than 2 to 3 years for me, that's on you. I don't want just, you know what I'm saying? I want, if you gonna work for me, you gonna have your own crew, you gonna have your own something, because we can both be the boss of that. You know what I'm saying? So like I like entrepreneurs. So like my cousins.
Y'all got that notebook time?
Yeah, I got like my cousin, my dog, like my head of my security, Sammy Lee, like he my head of my security. So he motherfuckers work for him. You know what I'm saying? And he worked for me. He a boss. My head of my kitchen, motherfuckers work for his whole kitchen. They work for him, and then he worked for me. So it's just that power. That just delegating that power and putting your people on, and just seeing the leadership skills in them to be able to take over everything. That way you can just be aware of and not be greedy, because there's enough money for everybody to tell you.
Enough. There's more than enough. They hiding how much there really is, but there's even more than we think there is.
Most definitely.
And we really low key own a lot of it with what we spend our money on. We own a lot of it, y'all.
Yes.
And we need to feed it back. We feeding it to the wrong mouths, for real.
That's great. Bradley's trust fund is treated.
No, for real. Like, and I've gone to a certain point where I really have respect for small businesses over everything. But honestly, when I'm at somewhere where I know one person owns it, especially someone in the black community, for me as a black woman, I don't care. Yeah. I want that, y'all. I don't even eat that much. I swear I'll get 2 meals at every restaurant, because I don't know which one is good. This is my first time here.
Yeah.
Let me just call both of them.
That's
you know.
Support.
And it's that flourish of like I see you.
Yeah.
And we finna get this. Like,
finna get this money.
This is about to take off. Like I like this, but you know, let's get you in a bigger place.
Because y'all sure got me in a bigger place.
Go ahead, put that on the menu. Go ahead, put that on the menu too, bro. Give me like it becomes a game. It's because a game that is easy to win if we just unite. It's easy to win.
Cause that's what they do.
It's gonna be fun to win.
That's what they do.
Like, we look up and we didn't even realize we was playing the game no more. We like, oh, y'all need what y'all need. We got you. We got everything.
Like
so, you said a quote in an interview.
What I said?
I don't want to go broke off of my body. I want to make money with my mind.
Right.
Can you give me a little something about that?
It was just like I spoke on earlier, because any professional, if you play baseball, that's a professional career, fam. Like, that's a professional athlete career. I can say that. Baseball, because you can play that for 20 plus years. That's a career. NFL, like, I chose the most brutal sport. You know what I'm saying? For the least amount of money. A lot of risk and
injuries, right?
For, like, none of our money guaranteed in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I understood that as a youngster coming up, but once I got there, I understood that it can't be this, bro. Like, it's modern day slavery. So, in all honesty, once you go to the combine, you strip naked and you in your tights, and you sit like in a room, like it's like an arena full of NFL scouts and DB coaches with none of that, and they call out your measurements, and they say, and they turn you around, look at his back. What the fuck that sound like? Slave trade, bro. But it's just, you know, it's a slave ship, but they giving you. In here, this is extra 2-3 million. That's why you got that mental illness. That's why you got people who like they've been so built up their whole lives because you're a slave, you're a slave, you're a slave, you're a slave, you're a slave. You don't think they're just building you up, but then when you find out and you get there, oh, you really a slave.
Right.
And then once you go broke after you leave, oh, I really was a slave. I really
and they do
was
such a good job of hiding it until you end.
But see, Big Judo ain't going like that. I'm not going like that. Like, nah, it's not finna happen. And my son not finna, and my gang not finna, we not doing that.
And that's a whole nother, I'm not gonna get into it, it's a whole nother conversation, but the absence of our fathers is really what's crippled us. Is that not having those two sides. And a lot of the rumor is that, you know, fathers aren't there because they don't want to be fathers, they run away. But in reality, they have a lot of our fathers in the prison system. They have millions of fathers who have millennials, 18, not even counting the 18 and up, who still need lessons, but the 18 and below, the minors, they have a lot of people with minors. And it's not, a lot of times it's not my daddy ran away, it's my daddy's in jail. And that's a whole nother thing. But I do, it's statistically proven that a child is more likely to grow more successfully with two parents in the household. And so when you take one away, you add that financial stress because it's one person taking care of a child is expensive. It's one person taking care of a child, and you take away that financial. You add that financial stress on a mother. You add the stress, the time stress, the work stress. Like, it adds so much more pressure on the mother, and now they're feeding that stress into the child, and now it becomes this sickness where we're stressed and we're broke. And it's not always exactly what they say it is.
And as a black man, it's you know, it's two sides of it. It's a side to where you got the fathers who just fouling out and doing dumb shit, and your ass deserve to be in jail. But you also got those fathers who, bro, they can't do shit else. He gotta sell dope. Like, he gotta do this. Like, it don't matter. Like, you could be like, you could be like, hey man, go get this job. Man, this man had tats on his face at 15. He can't get no job right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? On some real shit. So he gonna have to do that, and then they foul out really trying to support a system, and they may get caught up in that trying to support their family home. So I mean, it's a gray area. It's a black, white, and gray area with that I feel, you know. But I do feel that we are being targeted because they fear us. They fear our potential. Not only are we intimidated by the looks, but we smart as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So like,
we're quick learners. Oh
God, yeah, and they know what's up. So, you know, and it's been going back since we were slaves. That's why we got to pop it. Yeah. What you got?
Okay, so.
What you got? I'm just playing.
No, you're good. Okay. So, is this going too long or we good?
Bro, you good.
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
Just making sure I don't want to take so much
you
time.
good.
All right. So, in one of your interviews, I also was, I did my research, y'all, period. But in one of your interviews, you were talking about how, you know, you were, and it's crazy because the reason I'm asking this question is because I heard it with, I'm not going to give any free promo, but I heard it in another podcast with someone who does like 8 a.m. Every 8 a.m. they do a live podcast, and it was talking about how basically your dreams are bigger than a lot of people, right? So when you go to people, even the people who love you, who care about you, they're like, and you tell them, you know, about a vision for caution, not just out of hate, but also out of love. They're like, hey, that's too much. So when you refer to, you know, I'm going to build Harris House of Heroes, some family members or some loved ones were like let's be more cautious for this next step. Like, you would be safer doing this or that.
Yeah, my whole support system was against it, actually.
Yeah.
Cause like, and I still go into it with them, and it's nothing about them. It's just like, my mom and my daddy grew up in a different, like, they grew up in the generation I was raised from. So that's why I still have that sense of, oh, let me go and use my talent to get up out of here and do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what my father did. Like, my father had the same business mindset I had, but at the time he needed the money right then and there. So man, we playing ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, shit. Like, once I actually, cause I just see, like, I watch too many movies. Like, I'm 26, man. So like you can't I still got that youth in me to where like, nah, I ain't going for that shit. But I also still got that mindset in me to where like, oh, I gotta do what I gotta do and all that. You know what I'm saying? So once I start stepping out that box with my family, and I start stepping out the norm and started talking about some shit that my brother, cause in all honesty, I had 2 older brothers. My oldest brother is the smartest person in my family by far. He's the only person with a degree. But he has all the visions I had. But he's still trying to work on them. You know what I'm saying? He got his own personal issues. But like once my ideas started to sound crazy like him and started sounding out the norm, my family like, nah, just play football.
Yeah, because that's the most seen route, safe. The most visible route.
Fuck that. I don't want to play football. Like I had surgeries on my knees. Like I had crazy injuries. Like I had some crazy injuries.
Yeah, and other people don't see it like that. They see you as this person on go.
Exactly.
This takes a big toll on athletes.
Big toll. And like my pride too high. Like in all honesty, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, and I'm gonna just say it as plainly as possible. Like. The way my defensive court, and I like him. He cool. He went to A&M, gave me a chance. The way my defensive coordinator Dennis Allen talked to me as a white grown ass man, and I'm a grown ass, it's not gonna ever happen again. So after that, I knew I didn't want to play football no more because it's too much control over my life. And so yeah, my shit gonna sound crazy to my parents because like. That's the generation they grew up in, even though they are innovative, and that's why they kind of passed that shit on to us, for us to be innovative. But nah, I'm not, I don't do that shit. Like, you ain't finna, I'm a grown ass man, and I get money, fam. Like, you not getting, like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, like, you know, but he my defensive coordinator, he my senior, like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta respect to that, and that's cool, but I know that I knew I was never gonna talk to my peoples like that. I knew I was never gonna demean them. If I get into it with my people, it's because I want them to do better than him. He was just demeaning me, and I don't fuck with that.
Because that's the choice of a boss and not a leader.
Yeah.
And we don't need no bosses around here.
And I'm a leader.
Right.
You know
And leaders, the difference between the boss manages and directs, while a leader builds other leaders.
And a lot of times, bosses ain't never like fake name was never been in the field. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never did that. Like my defensive coordinator, he went to my same school. We ain't never started a game. Right? I started out 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So it's that little bit of, and that's where some police officers kind of come into play because you was bullied in school, and then you think you can take that out on us beautiful black people, and us other Latinos, and us Cubans, whatever, us minorities, and we ain't going like that. I know certain of us, we not going like that, so.
And honestly, bro, the thing is, if the black community and the Hispanic community really just combine and work together, bro.
We'll do everything.
What? Literally what? Because the talent in both cultures, the abilities, the creativity, the production, the abundance in both cultures,
we can see everything.
Bro. And if we just combine that,
because the highest income out here is entertainment, and we are the entertainment. That's what people don't get. Like, that's why this club is so successful. I was a black football player now. Everybody want to party with black NFL athletes. You know what I'm saying? But then you combine the fact that I'm really from here, but my roots go deeper. My parents is from here. And I got that whole other element to where, like, it ain't just McKinney Avenue, fam. Like, it's Mesquite, it's the Cliff, it's the Grove. Like, it's my people that's finna come over here and spend with the same money, and they finna tip way bigger. So you saying black people don't tip?
Because our money is powerful. What? We got it. Don't let them think we don't have it. We got it out here. We got it.
We got it.
And we be ready to spend it on a Wednesday afternoon.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing that, like, you know, a lot of us black people, we go spend our money with white dollars, or we just go blow it and not invest in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And we got the same money, power, influence, more than the others, but at the same time they band together. So why wouldn't we take heed to what they're doing? If it's working for them, they banding together, and it's more of us. Like, it's working, so like, why would we not band together and it's more of us? Like, I don't really get that, but I ain't gonna say nothing's gonna get me killed. So we good. We gonna get the topic.
Okay, cool. So, what is something you know now that you wish you knew when you played football?
I wish I would have took my first relationship more seriously with the mother of my child right now, which I'm in a relationship now. But I ain't gonna lie, cause my biggest lesson don't got shit to do with football. My biggest lesson just got me being lost in that football shit, and I forgot the woman who gonna ride for me. Because it don't matter, like a king, you gotta have a woman behind you. But like, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you say. You can be all this, you can do whatever you want. You can, I'm here to hug. Boy, you dumb ass a fool, because they gonna turn on you, I'm telling you. But you get that one little rider.
Bro, take off. You can build an empire.
But it takes it, like, and Akeem Talib told me this. I can say this. Akeem Talib, Pro Bowl quarterback, Super Bowl champion. He told me this. Me and him having a good conversation. He said, bro, once I got married, bro, that shit took away 75% of my distractions.
Oh.
Pro Bowl after that, Super Bowl after that, all that. And it's proof in the pudding. Like, a woman, you gotta have that, bro. Like, I wish I would have did. And you know, she make her mistakes, I make my mistakes, but at the same time, I just, cause that's what's important. Like, so this business is all this cool. All this is cool, but y'all gonna leave me one day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna leave me one day.
Who gonna be there when everything gone?
My kids, Devontae Jr., his ass gonna be gone, cause I'll be whooping his little ass. He gonna put me in nursing home quick. Shit, you know what I'm saying? but shout his mama, she ain't going nowhere. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just, I wish I would have took that more seriously, cause my father take that seriously, and I kind of want to be like my father in all honesty. Like, I'm more successful with my father in business terms, but I'm not as a man yet, in my opinion. And that's why I aspire to be. So that's what I'm on.
Yeah, we talking about a lot of points here. I just hope y'all got notebooks out. Y'all might want to bring it out, because look, we got more.
For sure. 100%.
So, you tell me something that you wish you knew when you were at that time zone of your football career. What is something you know now that you wish you knew in business-wise?
That I know now, I can say knowing your worth. That's what I'm gonna say. Knowing your worth. Now I know my worth. And even coming right into it, I undersold a lot of my worth because I wasn't confident. And I was confident in myself as a football player, but wasn't confident in myself as a businessman. And I didn't know, and that translated to me not knowing my worth. So I undersold myself to a lot. But now, no.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm actually
the
going
price
to
didn't triple, y'all.
Yeah. So like, my only other career that I actually want to have is business advice. Like, I want to be able to charge for it because I have some shit like.
So we're getting the exclusive, y'all.
Oh yeah, this is an exclusive. Yeah.
We're getting that juice for free.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I try.
I want to be able to charge for business advice because I feel like the tools that I have, like, they work. It's an X factor that I feel I can explain, and I could be that bridge between the politics and the underworld, you know what I'm saying? Because politics and underworld, they're the same criminals.
Yeah.
Tell you that. They're the same criminals. They're the same criminals. And we not criminals. They're criminal by law. So like when the prohibition came out, I would have been a fucking criminal. Just because I make liquor. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a gray area. So I feel that I'm that voice between them and them, and that could unite and everybody all get money. You know what I'm saying? And I can't go into that. Let's go to the next question.
You can't give it all. Just we get just a little, sample.
Yeah. But I'm trying to charge for that. So business advice, I'm trying to charge for business advice.
So look out, because I know y'all been, I know. Look, I have to. It's okay. I know you've been like stalking just to see what's the growth, and so he's saying that he'll actually, give out the growth.
Yeah. 100%.
For a fee. But nothing good in life is free.
Because it's a formula though. It's a formula for sure. You just gotta find the X factor. The X factor just figure it out, but it's a formula. But
so look out for that.
Yeah, look out for that.
So, was it your son that made you decide to start a business to start a business?
No.
Okay.
It was my pride. Mm-hmm. It was because I told you earlier I wasn't finna let Only motherfucker who talk to me crazy right now is the governor.
Right.
And then I'ma still have a problem. But nah, it was my pride though. It was because like, you know, pride it'll get you fucked up sometimes, but pride can also help you. Like when nobody ever finna talk, I'm gonna cut the checks. Me and my people's gonna make the decisions. I'm finna hire my cousin. I'm finna hire my friend from high school. I'm finna hire my next friend. And we gonna all make decisions because if they can do it, we can do it. So it was more so just me being screwed over in the league and me getting talked to bad. Me knowing my own pedigree. Like my mama is Tez Harris, my daddy is Rod Harris, that whole Cliff Legends. You not finna talk to me like that. And it's just me knowing my lineage, my pedigree. Which, like, I'm a king and you a queen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at y'all, you got this melanin on your skin, man. Like, like God kissed you for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. So
we were the original creators.
Yeah, because God, like, it's been known, the darker skin you have, the more God love you. That's, you know what I'm saying? And I really believe in God kissed us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got different little melanin. And that's not to say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I got some really good friends that put me in high places that's, you know, white or Greek or whatever, but, you know, that's just what me and my people believe. And I just know that putting my people on, like, you know what I'm saying, we good. Like, I want us to make decisions. I never let nobody else talk to me and my people's like how they talk to me in the league. Yeah. Because I was a slave then, I'm not a slave now. Mm-hmm. So.
Mentally and physically. So, okay, I have this question, but I actually, you know, I've been taking my mental notes. So my question was, out of all of the businesses that you could have done, why'd you do a sports bar? But based on what you've been saying, it's to, you know, you were an NFL player and you had that accessory that you could play up and to dress up into something else. Is what I got from it.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I told a sports bar because I know sports. That's my field, and how the professional thing is going. Everybody want to be around professional athletes. Like, when last time, like my baby mama told me, hey, I was at Dre's and DJ Esco was at that bit. Yeah. Okay. So like, why would you not? Hey man, shit, I'm gonna drink at Devontae Harris bar. Maybe he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that. It's just tapping into that, and then also just being genuine. I know that I was always genuine through my struggles. You will never know when I'm struggling. You will never know when I'm up, because it's all gonna look the same. Because I'm always help my people out. I'm always help my family out. I'm always, you know what I'm saying, make sure the business is and keep going. I come on the back burner when it comes to that. So like, I took not much I took care of her, but I made sure everybody was good. I thought of everybody else before myself. So when it was time to give a, hey man, y'all want to come have fun, come holler at me. Cause you know, look, you finna go over there, look, me, if you catch me at Harris House Heroes and you spend a lot of money, I'm gonna give you a great deal.
Y'all, let me tell you, I did not catch him. We balled out. I brought my people out on a Wednesday. I knew, because it was like, it's a Wednesday, you know, it's probably Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, during the week.
It was always, I already knew, it was, you know, we don't like the crowd. We don't like the crowd.
So and Wednesday was one of our slower nights. So, but Blico was there.
And we did, yeah. I told everybody who was coming to eat. Yeah. Y'all, I ate, in my team, my family, Tasha Shaders will know. Like, I was like, look, the wings, did you eat it? They would have just said, like, I just got it. I'm like, eat the lemon pepper. That's what I would recommend.
And so, yeah, we show love to, like, the people who come, because it's, like you say, it's not no corporation. Like, I ain't gonna lie, though, after my third location, I'm gonna have to file C-Corp.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm still gonna be private.
Right.
Because it's gonna be me, you know what I'm saying? So, that shit just, yeah.
And I went, y'all. I went, and me and my people showed out. You know, I got couple sections.
Turn up.
We got drinks.
Big money. Let me hold
something.
something.
Smacking.
Hey, tell her let me hold something though.
Look, we in this building. He talking about let me hold something. Okay. Okay, I got you, bro.
What's up, man?
I got you, bro. So, what got you? So the hardest part about, I mean, a lot of people say the hardest part is starting, you know? So what really got you to start? Like, you were visioning it, you were telling people, and then you were, you know, thinking about it, and you were looking it up. What made you say, all right, like, I'm about to do this for real?
I mean, so once I started, I had my hands I had my feet in two worlds. So it took me 2 years to get my building. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like I didn't sign that until May 25th. After so like May 25th, I signed that at the same time I signed my house. So it was basically because I had a backup plan for each one of them. Like I'm a businessman, and I really didn't know I was a businessman up until like I actually became a businessman. I'm looking back on what I actually did and how I was thinking.
Right.
So I had a foot in this NFL world, and I had a foot in this business world. So whichever one took off, I was gonna put all my eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that my preseason of my 4th year over here in the league, I knew it was bullshit, so I put pressure over here. And then once I established this pressure over here, I got to acting like a bitch ass nigga. I got to acting like, yeah, nah.
And the quicker you accepted the fact that the thing that you worked so hard in that field wasn't going to get you to where you wanted to go, the quicker you took off.
Yeah, because
direction. Because a lot of people are in denial. Like, well, I can still make it this. I can still
no. You dumb. Your joints is fucked up. Go sit your ass down. You're dumb. I'm telling you. And I have great nigga. I done had maybe 7 surgeries, and that's light for an NFL player, friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my body is basically like other than my knees and a few other spots, like my shit pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But you're dumb. You chasing that. When, okay, if you gonna chase that, at least have a plan to where you feeding the people who care about you and the people you care about. That's when I say you dumb. So if you chasing this and you broke and you trying to, don't get mad at your shawty when, motherfucker, you want to be an arena football player, but my son don't got no damn diapers. Like, you know what I'm saying? This real life. Like football and the NFL and that in college, that shit not real life. Like, I'm in real life now, you know what I'm saying? And so I know that difference. And when I was there, you don't see it because it engulfs you. That's all you are. You a football player. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I got guys calling me now. Like, matter of fact, in my speakeasy, I ain't gonna tell you what, but Dez Bryant pulled up on me. And he wanted to invest. You know what I'm saying? And I respect Dez Bryant. Like, I'm from Dallas, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Is this an exclusive?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, I'm just talking shit. Yeah, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah.
But shit, yeah, so Dez, like, he want to invest in us, but you know what I'm saying? And he got that same business mindset I got. That's why I'm really willing to invest with Dez, because he a good man. And he know what the fuck he gonna be doing. And he know that he can use both of them sides. I know that if I can do what I do, and I only played 4 years you gotta look up, nigga, where I played. Dez Bryant, everybody know where he played. You know what I'm saying? So I was just letting him know how influential he is and how quick his shit can turn up. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, and by taking those risks, you created, more opportunities for yourself. Doing that, building that Harris House of Heroes. Now people have a destination to network with you, to connect with you.
Exactly.
So it builds even more than, it builds more and more over time. I really, really want to thank you for, coming on and being the first feature on the show. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I really wanted this show to mean something. And the fact that you can give, this advice and guidance is going to really impact a lot of people.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here and be able to tell my story, and any of the advice that I can help the next person on, I'm willing to give. So.